Buongiorno, good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's me, your host Amy from Penventure, and we are here with leg number 2 of our trip in Italy. So today we are in Bassano di Grappa visiting Montegrappa. Trust me, we've seen the city, we've booked our hotel last night, and it is unbelievable. This small city in the mountains, it is unbelievable. You need to be here and see this. So we have the scenery behind me. It's beautiful. We are waiting for someone to pick us up and we will go into the factory in a few moments. But I couldn't pass the opportunity to showcase a little bit of this beautiful place behind me. So it is going to be a superb day of admiring this beautiful place, fountain pens, the factory, great people, passionate individuals regarding writing instruments, and see the entire history of Montegrappa. Join me and let's go! We are patiently waiting for Giuseppe, who is very much like me, an early bird. So it's 8:13 in the morning and I am so excited to meet him.
How are you?
I don't know. We're grateful to be here.
Welcome.
Yeah, but I already knew Emmy from up at the
So that
talking about this
major event, once in a lifetime, someone recognized me from the street. So it is that means that I'm doing something good. He told me that you're Emmy, you're coming to Montegrappa. And that's the first time that it ever happened to me. So, and it was funny because yesterday we were speaking with Dan and he told me that, do you think someone will recognize you here? I mean, at home, people know you because there's something crazy like YouTube or something like this. But do you think here in Italy, someone will notice you? And voila, one day later.
So welcome to Montegrappa.
Finally, we are here.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Sorry, still with masks, but that's the protocol. Yeah, but we are here. Happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you.
And happy to show you around. I would, the agenda for today would be, I would like to first give you a quick tour.
Yeah.
So that you understand what we do here, right?
Yes.
And then later on, you will decide what you're interested in filming.
That's wonderful.
So I think that it's better to have an overview, and then you decide this is interesting for us to capture on film or not. There's a lot because here we make everything. Yeah? So there will be a lot of, and the time is limited also. I don't know also your time schedule.
We have an entire day set up for Montegrappa, so we are going to, when we are going to end our session, our meeting, probably we'll travel down to the train station and catch a train, so we have the entire day free in regards of visiting and showing around. Our, I would say, plan for today was to, first of all, get a meeting, set up a few things. Probably that's the best idea for you to walk us around the factory and the facility so us can see and understand everything. So this time, probably there will be some things that we're not allowed to show on the video. So they will be edited and you can point me to those exact things. Then a brief 20-30 minutes as a chat. I would like to ask a few questions, a few things, a sort of interview-like video. And from there, if we could have a loose leash a little bit in the factory just to capture a few details, a few working hands and something like this, it would be wonderful. So that's the main idea, and I think we are
Yeah, that's good.
both on the same.
Now, what's the time now? It's like 30, 40?
It's
Okay. So anyway, Diana will join us as well. Diana's my daughter. I think you've been in touch with.
yeah.
And because I will be with you, but not all the time.
Yeah, that is totally understand. Someone needs to run the company at the end of the day.
But Diana will be with you for most of the day. And then if you need separately to do some interview or whatever, we will decide where best to do it. I will be around. I will be here. I'm not going anywhere. But I have
Beautiful place.
things, meetings and things.
Beautiful place, amazing.
Take care of. Just for your information, we are still going through some works here, renovation works. So we just finished the area here. I mean, there's still some furniture missing where you came in from, which is also a boutique. But right now we're working on the facade. So we're doing the facade of the internal side. And then when we finish, we do the overall facade of the building. So this building here, that you can see part of it in this picture, is the original building where Montegrappa was basically founded and started its business. So now this is only part of the building. Then in the 1940s, there was an extension built, which is where the factory side is. Okay. So this was housing, before this picture, an electric power plant. Okay.
Okay.
Then the building was purchased by the founders and converted into a pen company. Then in the 1940s, it was extended and took the shape of today's company. You will see it's, and we have different buildings in the property, land, and it's kind of an interesting place. So just like Kevin said, this is the capital of
the capital of pens. Yeah,
Italian capital of pens. I mean, all I can say is that Montegrappa is perhaps the only company where everything is really made in house from scratch. So here you have creative people, you have the engineers do the development, and you have the manufacturing. Everything is in one place, and we've been working really hard, especially during the pandemic as well, when there were lockdowns, to do further works, to do renovations, to bring new technologies, machineries. So this process is not finished yet, but we're getting there.
That's really smart. At the end of the day, if we cannot work as normal and make pans, maybe we can renovate, bring new stuff,
yes,
be ready from...
Yeah, when production is going on, it's difficult at times to do certain works because you cannot stop production. So during the lockdown, we took the opportunity to do some renovations in certain areas that we could never work when there is full capacity production. So it was an opportunity for us. I mean, we saw it as an opportunity. Of course, it was the crisis. Of course, the business was affected, but for us, it was also some idle time to think, to rethink the business, to renovate, and to make a further step ahead. So this is very important, I believe. I believe you know a little bit about the history as well, of the place, of the surrounding. Just over there, you see there's a church here, which is the church of Cairizzo. Cairizzo is a villa where Hemingway was stationed during the First World War. There is also a museum of Hemingway and the Great War just down the road here. So this is also a historical location. The company that you know is called Montegrappa. Montegrappa is the name of a mountain, as you know. It has nothing to do with grappa grapes, or actually it's the drink name that comes from the name of the mountain, not the other way around. But if you see on this picture, you see Elmo. Elmo was the original name of the company. Then it became Elmo Montegrappa, and then eventually only Montegrappa. So in fact, when you see these pictures, these are reproduction of postcards from the beginning of the 1900s. Even the name of the city was different, because originally Bassano was Bassano Veneto, then changed to Bassano del Grappa after the First World War.
Wow.
Because the Montegrappa has a very important symbolic value for the Italians, because this is where we stopped the invaders during the First World War.
The line of
The last line of defense.
the last line of defense.
So that's why Montegrappa as a mountain is a symbol of unity of the country, and became like a household name. We have in Italy many Via Montegrappa, Piazza Montegrappa, so it's a strong symbol for the country, and so that's why Elmo became Elmo Montegrappa, and then eventually the Montegrappa part was much stronger, and Elmo was basically put aside, if we may say so. So all these pictures are all before 1920s, so this is early century.
It's nice to see that so much history goes into everything that you guys are putting up into the market, into the fine writing instrument industry, and at the end of the day, basically everyone seeks for that little extra that's filled with history, passion, the place, and pretty much I've seen here that you guys are infusing your roots and your history down to the final product that you guys have.
Yes.
So I brought the pen that started everything with me.
That's good, that's very good. Well, also you have to take into consideration another important factor which has shaped today's Montegrappa. I mean, we're located in Bassano. Bassano is province of Vicenza. Vicenza is one of Italy's capitals of the silversmith and goldsmith industry. So one of the reasons why Montegrappa is also the jewelers of pens is because we are located in an area which is famous in the country for this type of craft. So it was a natural consequence for us, because many of the people who work at Montegrappa, they have jewelry backgrounds, and so these skills are infused into the pens, and they've sort of shaped also, had a strong influence also on the design. So you will see this. So it's a natural consequence that Montegrappa really today is making this highly decorated and jewelry-like kind of products, because you are in a place where these kind of products are
It's very, I would say, very nice to hear this from you, because the first time that I purchased a Montegrappa pen, my 1930 Extra, purchased it from Stefano at Corsani in Rome, and he opened a few boxes with pens, and I've seen the red pen, and I was going through a phase with red as a material for pens. Doesn't matter, resin or anything, just it had to be red. And I asked him a little bit of questions, because I was my idea of a Montegrappa pen was so different from what I've seen in front of me, and I asked him, why do they look like this, and why do they fit so well together? And Stefano told, imagine the pen like being a jewelry piece, finely crafted, small tolerances, it has to flow, it has to have a little bit of silver or more silver, but anyway, it is finely crafted. Everything fits together, everything works finely to the point, to the detail. And after we started to collaborate, and I was seeing a lot of Montegrappa pens, I wouldn't say that I've seen something that's off. Never. Everything fits well together, everything looks like with no blemish, and I really enjoy seeing your
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your precious.
So if that's okay with you, I will do a very quick tour so that you have an overall idea.
Yes.
And then after that, I mean, you can decide what is more interesting for you. Because, you know, there are things that people might find interesting that maybe for me I see every day. You know?
Yes.
So it's important that you pinpoint, you know, the area. You know that now we have the strict protocol of, so unfortunately we have to wear masks. At all times. We go to lunch later, there's no mask, but here we have to. And also, for your information, here in terms of working hours, since COVID, we have a very free approach, in the sense that we have some people starts at 6 o'clock, some people start at 8, some people, you know, stay longer, some people stay...
Some stay at home, don't come at all.
No, everybody. Everybody comes, but we have a very free approach because people have families, and we have many women working in the company, especially in the assembling.
That's wonderful.
So whereas before COVID, our working hours were 8 o'clock till 12:30, till 12, and then 1:30 till 5:30. Now this is finished. We have also shifts in the CNC department where we have 2 shifts. So the department works 14 hours a day. Some hours during lunchtime they overlap. We have more people, but normally the machine they work 14 hours. And this is also new. It's all things that have changed.
Yes.
Thanks to COVID. So that means that you will find some department where people maybe are in the morning, some they are in the afternoon. So it's better that we choose already from the beginning where you want to do filming. In my opinion, one of the first area that I would suggest that you film, also because the light is better now, is the atelier. The atelier is where we have the painter, the engraver. The stone setter comes in the afternoon though, but you can start maybe with the painting and the etching by hand.
Yes.
Or the enameling in the afternoon as well. Right now there is a production of ebonite feeders going on, so that will be interesting also to see.
Okay.
And then we will see, because every day there's something new, different.
That's very interesting to have so many things that you can pick from what to see and what to experience and what to film. So it's wonderful. So be my guest and please show us around.
Okay.
This is the part where we need to cut the video because it's very, very long, and we would like to have an entire series dedicated to the whole video tour. That was the plan that Giuseppe and I put together, and it was very exciting. This is the first time that we meet in person. We talk by email very often, but I was very, very excited to finally meet him in person. And thank you for spending this time on the Penventure YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy the small bits and pieces of history that Giuseppe sprinkled in this mini interview so let me know in the comment section down below what do you want to see. But just to give you a spoiler, you will have on our channel one of the most in details and comprehensive video tours of the Montegrappa factory that there is. So stay tuned, because we have something very, very nice in works. If you want to support this adventure, please hit the thumbs up button, because this will help me a lot with the algorithm to reach out to many more just like you. And if you want to see the next videos that are yet to be launched, just stay tuned and subscribe to the Penventure YouTube channel. You can do that right now. Just click here and turn the notification bell on. And if you want to see quality content from Penventure and myself, check this video right here. My name is Amy, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.